Recording in progress. Good morning. Okay, so I just have some light weights, which are totally optional, and I have a thing to stand on, and that's really it. So your mat, your rug, your floor, whatever it is that you have, that's all you need. I'm just going to adjust this a teeny bit. Okay. Happy August, by the way. Oh my gosh. Woo! It's August. Okay. Actually, you know what? I want to start with these right now. My brain wanted me to grab them. Mine are twos. The lighter the weight, in my opinion, the better for what we're about to do, because it's a little bit more about if you're feeling a little creaky, we're still waking up in the morning a little tight, a little achy. This is the stuff that's going to get your blood flowing and hopefully make us a little bit less creaky and get us started for our day, okay? So just light weights. We're going to start standing, and we're going to start with some deep breaths just to wake up the muscles all around our lungs and our shoulders. So as you inhale, we're going to let the shoulders really nice and easily glide up towards your ears. And as you exhale, you can send the shoulders back down, okay? And keep going with that. As you let your shoulders come down, I always kind of pretend like my neck is getting longer. Like my neck suddenly starts to just grow a little bit longer. And you know, if you're breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth, whatever you're doing is fine. Maybe just try it a little bit differently, breathing in through your mouth and out through your nose, just for fun. Sometimes it's nice to do something a little bit differently. Let's just do one more of these deep breaths. And exhale. And then we're going to shift the focus down to the feet. The next time you inhale, the heels will come up just a little bit. And then exhale, lower back down. And you can do parallel feet. You can do heels together, toes apart. Any other position that you can think of is fine. Each time you bring your heels up, maybe come up a little higher. And just try and wake up the toes. Try and use all 10 toes down into the floor. And then use them to lower yourself down and take your time. And lower down. Let's just do about 4 more of these. Breathe. And exhale. And exhale, about 2 more. Oh, geez. And exhale 1 more time. And exhale. And then stand nice and still. Actually, what I'll say instead is be upright with your upper body. Your feet are still going to warm up by letting your heels open away from one another. And then letting the toes open away from one another. And keep going 2 more times. Heels, toes, heels, toes. No splits today. Come back in. Heels and toes until you come back together. And let's do that again. Out, 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 out. Back in. 1, 2, 3, 4. In. Last one. Out, 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 out. Back in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great. From here, we're going to start to bring one knee up at a time. So I mentioned this in my last class. We're going to add some arms here too. A lot of the old footage of Joseph Pilates doing his work with people and alone, a lot of it's really fast, which is great. Good for him. He really, that's what he wanted. And you can too. And you know, I teach a lot of my classes a little bit slower just because that's my natural state, kind of slow. But I always remind myself to do that other thing that I don't normally do, which is, you know, picking up the pace a little bit, seeing how that feels. Usually it feels great on the other side. So we're just going back to what Joe originally intended, which is to really get the blood flowing. If you've never picked up and read any of his books, he has 2, and they're great. They're pretty intense. He was a pretty intense person. So I like to remember that stuff that I originally learned and get my heart pumping right from the beginning. Let's do 8 more here. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 1. For this one, I'm going to bring the weights out to the sides and bring my arms out to the sides. So we just brought our knees forward. Now we're going to bring our knees out to the sides. And you can hold on to your weights. My neck was a little tight this morning, so I'm just going to bring my weights back into the system here whenever it feels like a nice time for me to do that. So you can pick yours up or put them down, whatever's right for you today. Knees out to the side. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, all the way down. Legs straight out. Kick, kick. Okay, so everything's starting to get really nice and warmed up. You should always be making your modifications whenever you need to. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to center. I'm going to do arms straight up into genie and kick your tush. Kick your own tush. You can kind of flex the foot as you bring it up to your tush to get a little stretch in the calf. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to the center, arms by your sides. A little mini jog. Now, Mr. Pilates in his videos stands extremely upright and brings his knees up as far as he can. Great, so the spectrum of the range of motion is yours. If you want to bring your knees way up, go for it. If you want to go way faster than me right now, if you're just like, yes, I'm going to run. I'm just going to run in my own room. Here's your opportunity. We're going to do another 10 count of this little jog here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Just slow down, just slow down. And slow down a little bit more. And then feet nice and still. I'm going to grab my weights again. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, come around. Just keep breathing. And we're going to go the other way. Back. And around. And around. One more. Arms by your sides. Toes, feet about hip distant. Sit back. And come on back up again. A little easy squat. And come up. And up. And we're going to do 10 more. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. Keep going. 5. 4. 3. 2. We're going to add an arm reach to the ceiling. 10 more. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. One more set. This time arms are gonna press back when you stand up. So arms by your sides when you're squatting. When you come up, press back. Press back. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's bring the feet together. Heels together, toes apart, or parallel if you like that better. Arms right by your sides. We're bringing the right leg forward. Little bit of a turnout here, okay? And then the arms are gonna come out to the sides as the leg comes up. So it's a nice little lift forward and back down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Other leg, put that down, opposite leg, little bit of turnout, and up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, straight ahead. 7, 8, 9, and 10. One more standing exercise here. Arms by your sides again. This time the right leg is going to go back. When the leg goes back, when the leg lifts, the arms will go out. So I'm softening my left knee. Right leg lifts, arms go out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, 10. Side 2. Step the left leg back, soften that right knee, belly button is in. 10, 9, 8, 7. Shoulders are warming up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay? I'm going to roll down. Okay, so arms are straight. Let's just relax the shoulders. Take one deep breath. And then I'm going to soften my knees and slowly roll through the spine to come towards the ground. When you get to the bottom, just pause. Relax the head and the jaw. Deep breath. Soften your knees a little bit more. Push down through the feet and slowly roll back up. Slowly roll up. And we're going to do this one more time. Deep breath. Chin to your chest. Roll through the spine. And when you get to the bottom, enjoy that stretch. Hopefully you do. Soften your neck and your jaw. Big ol' exhale. Soften the knees, push down again through the feet, and slowly roll up. Slowly roll up. Okay, we're gonna come down to the mat. One of the things I'm gonna add, we're gonna come down onto our backs. I'm gonna put a squishy ball underneath my head, just to support my neck, my cervical spine. And we're gonna do some fun mat work here. First on our backs, okay? And I feel like I say this kind of a lot, but if your ball is uncomfortable, grab a towel, roll it up, grab a pillow, roll it up. Some people just really like to have their head lifted. I'm one of those people. It kind of helps me to keep my eyes on a nice even place so I can just see what's going on too. Okay, we're gonna start just giving the shins a quick hug. And let's either hang on to your shins or behind your thighs. Point and flex. Point the feet, flex the feet. 2 more. And flex, 1 more. And flex. Arms are gonna come right by my sides. Press them down for a minute. Take a nice deep breath. Okay, legs are gonna come out. I have my legs pretty straight, but at a slight angle. It's not right up to the ceiling. It's away just a bit. Arms are gonna lift by my sides. I'm gonna keep my eyes right around knee height and pump the arms by my sides. Let's breathe. Inhale and exhale. Okay, so I'm not gonna count right here, but I'm gonna go through 8 more breaths. And I'm going to just breathe as deeply as I can and exhale fully. And I want you to do the same. We're on our 7th breath right here. Last 2. And then lower all the way down. I'm going to take the ball out and let the cervical spine, the whole back remain nice and flat. I'm going to take this ball and just put it in between the thighs for now. And then press the arms down. Scoot your feet a little closer to your tush. Press down as your hips come up. And then lower back down. Okay, so those of you with maybe tighter flexor area, even right after doing the 100, can make all this feel kind of tight. So this is a nice way to open that up. Use your deep breaths. Let's do 8 more. 8, and you just give your ball a little bit of a squeeze. And 7. And 6. And 5. And 4. And 3. Arms are nice and long. 2. And 1 more time. And lower all the way down. You can just put the ball to the side. Bring your right leg up to the ceiling. Hold on behind your thigh. Let's point and flex that foot. And when you flex, really pull your toes back. Big little stretch for the back of the leg. And now let's circle the ankle all the way around in one direction and then go back in the other direction. Let's do 1 more each way like that. And other way. Walk your hands up a little bit higher and just pull that leg in and relax your shoulders. Hold for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's bring that leg all the way down. Other leg, hold on behind your thigh. Extend the leg up. Point, flex, point, flex, point, and circles around in one direction and then go back in the other. 1 more each way. And go back. Slide your hands up to wherever you can for a deeper stretch and hold here for 6. Super deep breaths here. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then bring the leg all the way down. Single leg circles. The first leg is going to come back up again and you can slide the opposite leg out. The leg that's down, you can flex that foot and we're going to circle this leg that's reaching up, in, around, and up. And 2. We'll do 6. And 3. Arms are close by your sides. 4, 5. And at the top, we reverse. Out, in, up. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Bend the knee, hug the shin, take a breath. Side 2. Left leg or opposite leg up. The leg that's down, flex that foot and push the foot down And now we're circling the opposite leg. 2, 3. Make sure you really cross the body over to the right, open up to the left, and come center. 2 more. And 1 more. And let's reverse. Around. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Big ol' hug. Big ol' stretch. Inhale, exhale. And we're gonna put that leg back down. Take a nice deep breath here for just to fill up the lungs completely. And then empty them all the way out. And we're gonna bring the hands behind the thighs and rock up to sit. Okay? So we've been working some of these rolling exercises into the mat work. And I just want to encourage you, if rolling on your spine is contraindicated because it doesn't feel good or because you have any osteoporosis in your spine, you are going to do the small version, which we're all going to do first. All right? Hands around to the shins. If this feels really intolerable, just hang on behind your thighs. Okay? Shift your weight back until you're balancing on your tush, almost on your sits bones, your sacrum. Elbows are wide. We're just going to wake up the belly muscles a little bit here by tipping back 1/4 inch and then coming forward again. Relax the shoulders, tipping back a little bit. Okay, so you're going to keep doing that if you're not going to roll today. If you want to roll, tuck your chin in, roll all the way back, and then come up and find your balance. And again. We're going to do 3 more. And 2. And 1 more time. And then bring the feet all the way down. You can extend your legs back and sit up nice and tall. Let's do feet just a little bit wider than your own shoulders and arms stretched straight ahead. So this is your spine stretch forward. We start really tall. If it's hard for you to sit up tall because your legs are tight, soften your knees, okay? Otherwise, legs are straight. Inhale. And then exhale, flex the feet. Draw the abdominals in. Woo, really such a good stretch. Draw the belly in. Come all the way up. Okay, so think about this like it's a capital C. As you stretch forward, the goal is not to sink towards the floor. It's to lift, like you're lifting up and over something. Think a big old capital C. And as you sit tall, you get a little straighter each time. Shoulders relax, lift the crown, and big old stretch. Reach through your heels. And sit up nice and tall. Let's do 1 more. And stretch. And then come all the way up. Bring your arms by your sides. You can soften your knees and just roll down. I'm going to bring the ball back underneath my head and neck for the stomach series, okay? I'm going to keep my head down but nice and stable. We're going to start with single leg stretch. So we'll bring our right leg in and the left leg will extend wide. Elbows are wide. See if you can get your shoulders in that really good place before you begin, and then switch and switch. So if you have your head on a ball like me, I want you to focus on keeping your head still and your eyes are looking right in between your knees. I don't want your head and your neck bouncing around. If you don't have the ball, you're welcome to just curl up and keep your head lifted this whole time, okay? Sometimes it's nice, like I have my head on this ball, but I don't have all of my weight into the ball, so I am using the muscles in my neck still, but it's just so much less. Let's do 1 more each way. And then pull the legs in and take a breath. Feet together, knees separated. Inhale, arms up, legs out. And you can circle the arms to come back. And stretch. And come around. Deeper breath. Breathe in a way that helps you to find a flow. and come around. Let's do 2 more. There's kind of a sweet spot for the legs. For me, the lower I go, it's hard for me to stay connected to my belly. Let's do 1 more for good luck. And hold. Take a breath. 1 leg up, opposite leg reaches out. Big old scissors with control. Scissor switch. With control. And switch. And switch. And switch. Deep breaths. 3 more. 3. Flex the feet. And 2. 2. 1. 1. Bend the knees, bring the feet down, take a breath. Arms by your sides. Both legs come up. You can either straighten or diamond. Squeeze the heels regardless. Lower, lift, lift. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Bring those feet down. Let's get rid of the ball. Last little part of our stomach series. Hands behind the head. Legs come up to tabletop. Crisscross. Curl and reach. Super deep breaths, you guys. Last 4. 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. Oh my gosh. Whew. Okay, let's do the feet a little bit wider than the hips here. I always like to stretch out those flexors after I do all this flexion of the spine. So let's lift and lower the hips, and you just breathe. Press the arms down. You can do your feet and knees a little wider than your hips and shoulders. It's really up to you where the feet are right now, actually. Let's do 5 more. Let's try to release tension in the neck along the way. 4 and 3 and 2. 1 more time. And lower all the way down. We're going to flip right over onto our bellies here just to wake up the back a little bit more. Arms, I'm going to bring my elbows wide and my hands wide too, so it's almost like this goalpost or cactus position with the arms. Rest your head down. Relax your spine, relax your pelvis. Just let yourself feel sort of nice and loose and long through the whole body. And I want you to breathe 2 deep breaths where you expand your waist. Let your back and your belly absolutely fill up with air. And then when you come back in again, draw the abdominals in, almost like you want to lift them away from the floor. You probably won't, which is fine. Let's do 1 more of those deep breaths. Okay, and I want you to continue to breathe, and along the way start to lift the head and the chest, pushing down through the palms and the elbows. The forearms are grounded, and then slowly lower back down. As you move through this, just take a moment to notice that this is the opposite shape from what we just did with our stomach series. We just did a bunch of rounding forward. Now we're doing that opposite, much needed shape with our spine. If this is feeling nice and you want to change the arms a little bit, you can always press down with your palms. I just moved my arms in a little bit closer to one another, and then lower back down. Really, everyone is so different with this movement, all right? So if it feels really good for you to push down through your palms and lift up like I am, please do that. If you want to make a change and do it some other way, that's fine too. The goal mostly is to do this other shape and also find a lot of length. Let's do 1 more. And lift. And then come all the way back down. I'm going to sit back on my heels just for a moment and take a nice deep breath. Let's come onto the hands and knees. Knees underneath the hips, hands underneath the shoulders. Very modified wide elbow push-ups. I'm maintaining my quadruped shape here, which basically means this. And I'm gonna let my elbows bend wide, and I'm gonna aim to get, it's almost like I wanna get my collarbones in between my pointer fingers. Collarbones in between my pointer fingers. Emphasis on the way back up. Let's do 6 more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way up and just give the wrists a little bit of a twirl. That was fun, you guys. Let's do another set. How about it? You were like, I was hoping you would say that. Okay, so again, hey, and if you want to make this a little bit more challenging, you can go to modified, a little bit less modified, which is sending the knees away, okay? I think I'm going to go there, see how it feels. Nice long neck to begin. You can engage your tush and lift your belly. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Oh my gosh, always so exciting. We've talked about this in the past, but doing push-ups on the wall is a phenomenal other option. If you do not like them on the ground, please change your scenario, okay? We've got one more set. I'm coming back to knees under hips. This is our tricep set, okay? So fingertips are forward, elbows are back. I'm going to lower my elbows down and then push down through the palms to come back up. Peek at your elbows. They should be tracking with your wrists on the way down and on the way up. 6 more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way up. Let's bring the palms together in front of the chest. Open the arms wide. Reach the fingertips back and relax the shoulders. We're just going to do that 2 more times. Let's add a breath. Inhale, come forward. And exhale. One more time. And exhale. And then come all the way down. Okay, we're going to come onto our side. I'm coming onto my right side, but of course, as always, we're going to do both. So whichever side you come down on is fine. We have our ball and our weights right here ready to go. So why don't we use them? Why not? Keep the ball on dock. Grab either one or both of your weights and straighten out your spine. Pull your head back. And we're just going to keep the elbow by your side body as the knuckles come up to the ceiling. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Come all the way down. You can put the weights down for just a moment. Slide your top hand right in towards your own ribs and extend your legs out so they're nice and straight. After you extend your legs, you can kind of slide them forward a little bit so your legs are forward and you're at an angle. Your back is nice and straight. Lift your top leg. Belly button is in. Bring that top leg forward and back. And as you go forward and back, how still can you keep your upper body? Good. And your deep breathing muscles here. I always kind of like to integrate the breath with the movement. You can try inhale forward, exhale back, or you can try the opposite of that. But let your deep breathing help you through this. Let's do 4 more. And 3. Nice and long through the neck. And 1 more. And then let's bring that leg right on top of the bottom leg. A little bit of turnout, up and down, up and down. And let's add the foot. Let's go point up, flex down. Point up, flex down, point up. Let's reverse that. Flex up and point down. Flex up, point down. Flex up. One more. Flex. Hold at the bottom. Make that top leg a little longer and then little circles here. Your top hip is nice and still. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We can go the other way. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the leg all the way down for a moment. Lift it back up. We're going to do a little bicycle today. I'm going to bring my hand right in front of my ribs again. The top leg is going to come forward. Bend your knee and bring your heel towards your tush. Keep the leg in that shape as you bring the knee all the way behind you, and then extend the leg like you want to touch the wall behind you. And let's do it again. Around front, bend the knee. Keep it bent as you travel around, and then extend the leg. Find that nice stretch through the flexor. Let's do 2 more. Forward, bend, travel around, extend. 1 more. Forward, bend, travel around. We have to reverse. Bring the heel back to the tush. Let's bring the knee all the way around and reach out front. All the way back. This is such a big, this is such a great little exercise for mobility and flexibility in all of these joints. The knee, the hip, even the ankle if you're getting your foot involved. Okay, let's bring the legs back together. We can do a few things here. Top leg can either rest down in front of where you're lying with your knee all the way down, or you can bring the knee to the ceiling and hold on to your foot. This is a huge stretch for me. I think I'm going to stay there today. Bottom leg is going to lift up. Little pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We'll do another set a little higher. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's do another set a little higher. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now lift and hold. Keep that leg straight. Little circles. Not just ankle circles, by the way. This is a ball and socket joint. Leg in the hip. 4, 3, 2. And let's go the other way. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Both legs straighten out. Now we're going to get ourselves into like a nice long straight line. Top hand is going to be right in front of your ribs. Go ahead and just lean forward for a minute and put a bunch of your weight into that hand. And then roll back onto your side. See if you can stay on your side as you lift your legs and lower them back down. Lift. And you can play around with where you want this hand. Resting it on your side is another way to experience it, or up to the ceiling. It's kind of nice. You may be a little wobbly. That's okay. You can lift your head if you'd like as the legs come up. And let's do 4 more. And 3. And 2. One more time. Come all the way down. Just a little bit of love here. Bend your knees. Bring your bottom arm forward, and let's take a quick stretch here. Opening the top arm to the wall behind you. Super deep breaths. One more deep breath. And then roll back onto your side. Before we flip over, grab your weights one more time. Let's do one more set. Keeping the elbow close to your ribs. Knuckles up. 1, 2, long neck here. 3. Try and keep your elbow right at your side when you bring your, yeah, that's it. And 5, 4, 3, 2, Okay, we're gonna flip over to the other side. Whatever you used, bring it with you. Side 2. We'll straighten out the legs, except you'll be at an angle. Legs are coming forward just a little bit. And you can grab those weights, straighten out your upper spine, rest your head on your arm, and then knuckles up here. 10, 9, 8, 7. I think we did our knees bent on the other side. This is definitely brings it up a notch. You have to stabilize as you're doing this little arm exercise, which is kind of fun. I don't know if you agree. Let's do 3 more. And 2. One more time. All the way down. And you can check those away for a moment. Bring your top hand pretty close in towards your ribs. And then the top leg comes up and will come forward and back. And along the way, you stabilize through the upper body. You can flex forward and point back, or you're welcome to do the opposite. I find the tighter the hamstrings, the more difficult it is to keep your upper body nice and straight. Okay, so maybe softening the knee a little bit is a nice option for you if you've got very tight hamstrings. Or even bending the bottom knee can be helpful for some people. Let's do 2 more. And back, last time. And back. One leg right on top of the other. Little turn out with the top leg, kick up, come down. Point up first. Point and flex. Point and flex. Point and flex. One more. And let's now flex up. Flex up, point down. Flex up, point down. Flex, and one more. And then hold right there. Top hip is nice and still, little circles. Leg in the hip, this isn't just the ankle. Nice and still through the pelvis. Last 4 this way. 3, 2, and let's go the other way. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest it down for a moment. Top hand is going to come back in front of your ribs. This is our bicycle. Lift the top leg up just a little bit. Bring the leg forward. Bend the knee. Keep the heel to the tush as you come all the way around. And then extend the leg behind you. Come around. Bend. Circle it around. Extend and stretch. 2 more this way. Forward. Bend. All the way around. Extend. 1 more. Forward. Bend all the way around. Let's reverse. Bring the heel to the tush. Come all the way around. Reach the leg forward and try it again. Back, heel to tush. Stretch it around. Joseph Pilates really worked the stretch into the exercise, which is really nice. Forward and lengthen. And then let's bring the legs back together. So 2 options here. You can rest the knee in front of you, or you can bring the knee to the ceiling and walk that leg in towards the other one. Back, bottom leg is gonna lift. Let's point the foot, little pulse up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's come a little higher. 10, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A little higher here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now lift and hold little circles, not just the ankle. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's go the other way. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Both legs out. You can scooch back a little so the legs are in line with the upper body. And lift and lower. Lift and lower. Nice deep breaths here. You can experiment where that top arm is. You can add that head lift if you did it on the other side. Last 3. 2 more. 1 more time. All the way down. Grab your weights. Let's do our last little set here with our elbow close to our ribs, knuckles to the ceiling. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and last one here, and all the way down. Now we get to have our stretch. Bend the knees, bring the bottom arm forward, and breathe. I don't know if you can hear my son calling for my husband 8,000 times. I don't know where he is, Jed. I'm sorry. Okay. Roll onto your backs, you guys. Arms by your sides, knees are bent, feet are nice and flat. We did some other bridging. This one's going to be more about articulation. We're going to take our time. Arms will remain right by your sides. Before we lift the hips, just look right and look left a couple of times. And breathe. And then come back to the center. Take a nice deep breath. Ever so slightly tuck your low back and just roll up through the spine. Piece by piece. And you will come up as far up as it feels okay for you to lift your hips. Whenever you get there, slowly roll back down. Slowly roll back down. When you get to the bottom, relax the pelvis, take a nice deep breath. We're going to try it again. Roll back up again. You don't have to overdo tucking or rolling back down on the way back. Slowly this mobility of the spine will come. So instead of trying to force movement, breathe deeper. Find a release through your deep breath. Let's do one more. Roll back up. And lift. And roll back down. And when you get to the bottom, relax the pelvis. Okay? We're going to bring our hands behind our thighs, rock up to sit. Sit up nice and tall. Good. From here, hands behind the thighs, feet together, knees apart. We'll come to the side so you can see a little better. You're going to hold on. I want you to press your thighs into your hands and your hands into your thighs to get some energy there. And then walk back until you're fully tipped and finding that balance. Let's try it again. Really try and press the thighs into the hands, hands into the thighs. Try it again. And the minute you start to feel the belly turn on, for me it's right around there, then I bring the legs up, okay? We're going to keep the legs there and just hold here for a minute. Drawing the abdominals in, elbows are wide, shoulders are down. Supported teaser can be with bent legs. You can try and straightening them a few times, which for those of you with tight hamstrings, may not happen today. And then come back. Slowly tip back again. Bring your hands around to your shins and sit up nice and tall. We're going to try it again. And feet together, knees apart. Walk back until you start to feel the presence of the abdominals joining in. Hopefully they do at some point. And we can also try one arm up. at a time. And one more each way. And then come back and sit up nice and tall. Last one. Starting just like we have been, scooch back, legs come up, maybe both arms. And again. Last one. And we'll come back. Let's do feet together. You can walk your hands forward and just give the inner thighs a little bit of a stretch after all that. Super deep breath. And then come all the way up. Let's do a bit of mermaid here. Feet off to one side, foot to thigh. You can bring your hand to your ankle, and maybe if your knee allows, bring this leg in quite close. Opposite arm is going to stretch up. Go ahead and relax the opposite shoulder. So as you stretch over, you're not like all crunchy and yucky in the shoulder, but it gets to stay relaxed. Stretch over. Sit up nice and tall. And we'll try that 2 more times. Relax that outside shoulder. And then come all the way up. We're going to add a little rotation in this next one. As you stretch over, rotate towards the floor. And then come all the way up and just a little counter stretch. Hand down and reach over. Now I want you to relax that shoulder. And we'll swing the legs around. Pull your heel towards your tush if you can, if your knee allows. And keep that arm there. Opposite arm goes up, relax this shoulder. And then big old stretch. And come up, fill up with air. And reach. Let's do one with rotation. And rotate. And come all the way back down. You can bring your arm down. I'm going to come up to stand through a down dog. Okay, you can join me if you'd like. When you come up into your down dog, see if you can get your shoulders to slide away from your ears and the head to relax. Two more breaths. And one more. And then soften the knees. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Let the upper body relax. And then slowly roll up. Stand tall. Take a nice deep breath. We did it. We did it. Have a great day. I always love after class hair. Looks so alive. Have a great day, okay? Be good to yourselves.